I like hair.
So you must just not think of hair.
Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel. My name is Queenie for those who don't know me, and we're reviewing a new show on this channel, Indian Matchmaker. I've heard the cries. I've heard the requests. Here I am reviewing it. I've spent the last few days binging season 1 and 2. I'm in love. So season 3 is here and they're in the UK. And if you know me, you know I love me some UK, okay? Before I get into it, please make sure to like this video, subscribe and hit the bell, leave a comment down below, and also down below in the description box, you will find a link to my socials and my Discord. Make sure to join that. We have an Indian Matchmaker channel going, so if you want to share your thoughts, you can share in the comments or in the Discord. So let's get into it. First, we meet Priya. Priya is 35. I wasn't able to catch everybody's age, but I caught Priya's age. She's 35. She is very particular, extremely particular. She has a tendency to jump to conclusions, and she hasn't given dating a try in a very long time.
No. No. I'm really ready to go on a good first date. I'm like, what do I have to lose to try and use a matchmaker?
What happened to your previous marriage? Like,
Essentially, you know, he wasn't a very trustworthy person in the end.
So the story with her is that she is now 5 years post-divorce from her husband. She'd been with him 11 years. I think it was from when she was 19, and then at 27 they got married. Only lasted for 2 years because she felt as if, even though they were together for a long time, one, she wasn't prepared to actually live with a partner, and two, that partner ended up being disingenuous. So she filed for divorce and she's now looking to get married again. Apria. So I've realized everybody's picky. Everybody's picky. I had an issue with Aparna from the last season, Prajuman from the last season 1 and season 2. Those two, they would irk my soul. But then I realized, oh, it's a trend. Everybody on this show is so damn picky. But I guess when it comes to matters of the heart and marriage and life decisions, we gotta be picky. So on Priya's list, she wants someone who is 34 to 38, a good communicator, has a growth mindset, is a liberal thinker, is optimistic, lives in London, emotionally intelligent, has a cute smile, looks youthful, is tall, has hair enough for a man bun. I mean, the list is pretty long. The list is pretty long. But if you ask Priya, she's going to tell you she's flexible. Are you? Are you? I hope that in me talking about some of these people, especially since it is the women who tend to be older. I think there's a guy who's like almost 40 or something like that. I hope that I don't come off as ageist. I will say, as you get older in age, sometimes the list has to be whittled down just a little bit. Just a little bit. As Sima Auntie says, 70-80% is good. You're not going to get 100. Okay? Let's be for real. You're not going to get 100. But I hope that's not ageist. That's not ageist, right? If it's ageist, let me know. In New York, we have Viral and Ashay. History on them. Viral has been around, I think, since season 2. I don't remember if she was there since season 1, but she's just as picky as the rest of them. However, Ashay was one of Seema's matches for Viral, and it actually has been working out. She's a more regimented person, whereas Ashay is aloof, go with the flow, which is kind of out of her comfort zone, but it's working out.
Seema did really well. She hit the nail on the head.
Is this it? Is this the one? Is this like, are you doing
I
this?
know.
You're trying to avoid the question. To me, I go more with the feel. So like just going with it and just seeing what happens. I think that's the best way that I approach it.
Yeah.
If I have any say in the matter, I think he's the one.
So in season 2, she did say she wanted somebody, oh, I know I'm going to butcher this, but I'm going to try anyways. She wanted somebody who was fluent in, I'm going to try my best, guys. Please don't crucify me. Gujarati. She wanted somebody who was fluent in that, but then also wanted him to be Americanized, like born in America. However, Ashay is not. And even though he isn't, he's still in tune with both cultures pretty evenly, so it works for her. She now is in favor of him being born in India because it gives her more insight on the culture and stuff like that, because she is very westernized. They've been together now for 3 months. Okay. And even though her criteria is very stringent, she seems to be going with the flow, which is Ashay's whole thing. But I think at some point it's going to be an issue. I'm not sure. I've only seen episode 1 and 2, but I'm like, I know that it's going well, but she seems like somebody who's going to want to lock things down pretty soon here. And if he's still like, I don't know, let's just play it by ear, I think eventually she's going to start feeling a little bit uneasy. They do have very strong feelings for each other. I don't know if it's love yet, but yeah, I don't know. We'll see where things go. Back in London, Seema shows Priya. Yo, Priya needs to be for real, okay? Seema shows Priya a profile of Alec. And I thought Alec was a great candidate in my book. But she's like, I don't know.
It's good that he looks after himself, running, yoga. He loves reading and can dance around the kitchen for hours. I like that. A little bit silly. It wouldn't be off the back. He wouldn't be someone I would go for immediately in terms of looks.
70% importance she gave for the baldness, and hair is not even important. I'm disappointed she refuses to even meet him.
Now, Priya, are looks important? Yes. But girl, her only issue with the man is that he doesn't have enough hair. And I'm like, well, first of all, hair is gonna go regardless. Rarely do you see a man in his older age with a full head of hair, especially long enough for a man bun. You cannot let these little minute physical attributes take you away from the person. And he has a cute smile, which is what she was looking for. He's tall, which is what she's looking for. Well, does he look youthful? Not really, but he doesn't look old. All he's missing is the hair. Be for real, Priya. Come on. So she's justifying all these other things about him, which are more character-based. And I'm like, okay, maybe she's warming up. But ultimately, the physical just wasn't enough for her, and she chose not to meet with him. Give Alec to somebody else because he deserves, okay? Priya. So if you don't know about the show, even though they're mainly in the UK right now, Seema does hop from place to place. Sometimes she'll be in India, sometimes she'll be in the States. She's primarily in the UK in this season, but she is working with, what's her name? Rashali? I think I spelled her name right, Rashali, and she lives in New Delhi. This woman is extremely self-assured. So self-assured that she enjoys her own company, and I wonder if there's enough space for a partner to come in. But in as much as she is self-assured, she's very dependent on her parents, and not dependent as in she needs them to survive or she needs them to fund her lifestyle, but she's so attached, and I don't know if she's willing to let that attachment go.
I know my worth. You have to know your worth because you get one life, and yeah, I mean a lot to myself. I've waited for so long. It's been 5 years that I have dated someone.
She says that she grew up as a tomboy, and at some point during her school days, she was called to do some pageants. She ended up entering the pageant. She has won, I think it was Miss New Delhi and then Miss India, I think. If I'm wrong, somebody let me know. She's now also a full-time model, but even that is hard for her because taking time away from her family is something that is very like heavy on her heart to do, even just for work. And that's another reason why I'm like, so bringing somebody in, you know, I don't know if it's the same for people in the Indian culture, but I know in my culture, it's normal for you to leave the home and cleave to your partner. Literally, the phrase is leave and cleave. You got to leave them and attach yourself to this one. So her already liking her own space, I think she's been single now for 5 years. She likes her own space. She doesn't want to leave her mom's home. She loves her mom's cooking and feels indebted to her parents because of the sacrifices they've made for her. I'm like, this is not gonna work. Earlier in season 1, I think, Rashali was actually paired with Priya. I'm trying so hard to say these names properly, guys. Please have mercy. Rashali was paired with Priya from season 1. Priya, the history on him is that he's this like savvy business guy. I think he owns a restaurant or a bar or something like that. He's very into like gadgets and and money and elevating and stuff like that. She doesn't necessarily like the rich guy. She's not a very materialistic woman, even though she's in kind of a materialistic industry. Prejuman ended up finding his own partner, even though he was under Seema's direction. Everybody who Seema suggested he didn't like. So he found somebody for himself. They ended up getting married in season 2. Guys, the finale of season 2, it made me cry. All those married couples talking about their story. I was emotional. But yeah, it didn't work with him because of his lifestyle. So she's here saying, you know, even though I'm in this quote unquote materialistic industry, I don't want that for myself.
Rashali is my first mama's girl. Even I have daughters. But when she gets married, she has to be independent. Yeah, 5'10", 5'11".
6 chalega. I enjoy writing poetry a lot. Someone who loves poetry.
I think she doesn't have to marry a poet. She can always read a book.
The through line for Rashali is her being... At first, I thought it was her being a mama's girl, but she's just attached to the parents as a whole. And I did touch on it a little bit, but she later on goes to say it's because they've just sacrificed so much for her. And she feels like now she's in a place and has the opportunity to provide everything for her parents because, well, their sacrifices led her to where she is today. So this is her way of repaying them. I don't think that's necessarily an issue. I think that you're able to find somebody who can respect that in you and who can allow you to still provide for your family. Hopefully, if you're with anyone, they wouldn't tell you you are too involved. But she could be too involved with her family, though, because she wants her mom's cooking. And I'm like, well, who's going to cook in your household then? It ain't got to be the woman, but somebody's got to cook. And if you're always going to mama's house, what? I don't know. Rashali, you might not be ready, sis. The last person we meet in this episode is Bobby. I forget his age, but he is a mathematician. He is a teacher of, I think, high school, if I'm not mistaken. And he's very unlucky in love.
Sir's actually a really nice guy, and I think he deserves someone really special.
Students say, Mr. Seagull, you can call me Bobby. You see, maths for me is more than just a hobby. Yeah. Mathematics, boy.
And we are going to tell her what the girl should be like. Take the movie.
Yeah? Take the movie. Take going.
Because he's a mathematician, I thought he would have had a longer list of criteria, and I thought it would have been just unrealistic. But a lot of the things that he's looking for are character-based, and I respect it. Some stuff is lifestyle, and you can compromise on lifestyle a little bit here and there. But the character stuff, I was actually proud of him. I said, okay, Bobby. He says he wants someone who is kind, gets along with his family, is shorter than him, curious, likes theater, likes travel, and is active. Honestly, yeah, they're a lot more reasonable than I thought they would be. I think the likes theater and what else did he say? Likes to travel, but travel is important. As somebody who loves to travel, I'd say travel is important. But the theater, you have friends for that. It's okay. Like, we don't have to match every single thing on lifestyle. You can have a life outside of our marriage. You know what I mean? So yeah, I think his list of criteria is really realistic. And I'm really hopeful for Bobby. I can sense the friend zone. What's the word? He looks like somebody who's just so easy to friend zone. And that pains me because I feel like he's going to be such a good partner for the right person, but they might not be able to see the romance in him. That's what we're talking about in the Discord. He's a great guy, but I don't think he comes off as like a Prince Charming that a lot of women would say like, wow, he's so romantic. Wow. Like, I want to marry him. It's more so he's such a great friend and he's such a good person. Oh, Bobby, I hope you find somebody. I really do. The episode ends with Viral, Ashay asking Viral if she wants to meet his parents. Because so far, he has met her parents and, well, he lives in the States while the parents live in India. And so she's like, what?
I love it when you visit.
Thanks.
It makes things so much more fun.
I really just come for the pizza, you know?
Yeah, of course. I love having you here, so.
For sure.
Yeah.
Aw.
I'm actually going back home to India. You want to come with me?
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Girl, I thought you were ready to get things moving. Don't be shocked now. Don't be shocked now. The man is trying to get serious. Let's get serious. Okay? I love this for you. I hope it works out. Because Ashay, I don't know. I'm side-eyeing him just a little bit. Just a little bit. Because if you're in a... Here's why I'm side-eyeing him. Just before I end this video. If you're in a process with Seema who does arranged marriages, you would think that by 3 months, you'd know if you want to marry this person. Now, I will say, maybe he wanted to wait until the parents' introduction. I still haven't seen the parents' introduction. So maybe that might speed things up. But I'm like, 3 months and you're still talking about go with the flow? I don't know. They leave us on the cliffhanger, so we don't know what's going to happen yet. But in the meantime, please make sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I'm about to film episode 2, and I'm going to post that tomorrow from whenever you see this. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy these videos. I hope if you don't watch Indian Matchmaker, you should go watch it. It's really interesting. For those people who don't like reading subtitles, it is majority in English, and it's easy to follow along. Like, it's very easy to follow along. I think you will enjoy the show. But yeah, let me know your comments down below on what you think about it, and I will see you in the next one.